Sir from 17 once again, introducing you to a little discussion on Black Ops 2. So, the gameplay that's going to be in the background for this is the first match I had on Terminal. It was the first time I've gone back to Modern Warfare 3 for a couple of months, so, you know, I was never going to be super god mode immediately, and this video is not a display of skill, it's not all that impressive at all, but what it is a pretty close domination match on a really good map with a couple of friends. One of them is a subscriber, Heretic, who you just saw there. The other one is from the Time Cop crew, TRW Aiden, and we're just, you know, we had a nice little session. You'll probably see all the games we had, because regardless of the results, there were some fun matches, and if you're unfamiliar with the Call of Duty content on my channel, I post everything from close matches, embarrassing matches, to good high kill games. I try to mix it up because I am a firm believer that it's more fun to watch a contested match than it is to watch a guy get, you know, 70 Moabs. That doesn't take away the skill from the guy who does the Moab stuff, it's just on my internet connection, that's never going to be the player that I am, and my skill level and my dedication to this games is just not high enough. But it doesn't stop me from bringing content, because I do enjoy it, and this is, like I said, it's not about what you're watching, it's about what I'm talking about, and everyone on YouTube is milking Black Ops 2 topics. I'm not trying to do that in any way here, folks. All I want to do is, I've just recently looked at the weapons list, the perks list, the kill streaks, and because the game comes out in about 3 weeks from now, this stuff is pretty much as close as it's gonna get. So I can actually finally see what's in the game and what I can get excited about, and I'm gonna go through these lists in this commentary and discuss my feelings on them. This is not me, you know, these are the stuff in Black Ops 2, promo. It's just literally my feelings on what I'm reading. So the website I'm using is blackops2.com, and it's 2 I's as opposed to a 2, and in here is a link to a lot of the stuff. So we're going to look at the weapons list, and the assault rifles will be the first ones I check out. And I'm curious about these guns because obviously it's future tech, but at the same time they're trying to keep it so that it's not, you know, laser guns and fucking bubble rifles and weird shit like that. It's just modern iterations on guns that we've pretty much already got. And the first one is the M8A1, which is a 4-round assault rifle, 4-round burst, which sounds really cool. With the looks of the statistics, its damage does not look like it's a burst weapon. But I do know on this game there is an attachment that allows you to make any weapon a burst weapon, or a fully automatic and vice versa, which is a really cool thing I'm looking forward to experimenting with. And this gun, stats look fine, it looks accurate, it looks like a cool weapon. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the optics on it and everything. The second one is the Scar H, a weapon we all know and love. We've had Scar L's, Scar H's, this is the heavy version, I think the L is the light version. The stats on this look like a monster. This looks like one of the better rifles indeed. It's got good damage, it's got fantastic range, it's probably going to be a force, but when has the Scar not been good on Call of Duty? So, you know, it's kind of par for the course. The next one is the AK-47 derivative. This is the AN-94, which I find really strange since I do believe that this is a rifle that's discontinued. Apparently the first 2 rounds of each burst are fired at a faster rate, which I didn't know, which is a cool little, you know, add-on to the weapon. Statistically, a lot of these guns seem very similar, and I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe it's just going to be a preference thing. I do hope they can avoid the situation that happened on Black Ops, where the Galil, the Commando, and, you know, I'm trying to think of the other one, but the Galil and the Commando are practically the same gun, just different skin, because of how they performed, and that was a shame, because I do like diverse weapon choices. The next one is the SIG 556, which is a cool ass weapon. You'll remember it from Heat and Kane and Lynch. It was the one on the cover. It's usually got a translucent clip, but this one doesn't. Apparently this is a 3-round burst assault rifle, high damage. Its stats look pretty crazy. So far I think it's got the highest accuracy I've seen, so that could be a real cool weapon to play with. The next one is a Type 25. This is obviously some kind of, you know, type derivative, future version. The gun looks cool. It's got it's a bullpup design. It's got the magazine on the back and everything. It looks pretty cool. Looking forward to playing with that one. The next one is an SA-58. I don't know if this is a modern take on the SA-80, which is the actual English sidearm rifle of choice for our military, even though the thing jams and it's not friendly to left-handed people, and it's pretty much a piece of shit. But this looks cool. This looks like a cross between the SIG and like a FAL. Could be interesting. It's got really good-looking stats, especially compared to the last weapon. The last weapon looks like it's been the weakest stats so far. The next one is the SMR. This is a semi-automatic rifle, and its stats look pretty beastly. Apparently it's highest damage per round in the class, so either this thing's doing schooling or it means in the assault rifles. The next one is the M27. This is a weapon you've seen a lot if you've played Bad Companies in the Battlefield series. This is high mobility, reduced recoil, so this is the closest to a personal defense weapon SMG assault rifle combo, kind of like the M4. Then there's the Mw3, which is a weapon that we all know and love from Modern Warfare 2. Its accuracy doesn't seem to be too bad on this one. We'll only know really when we check it out. But that seems like an interesting batch of assault rifles. It's a good solid number. Visually they all look very similar, so I hope they do have interesting looking iron sights, and I hope they all perform slightly different. But I'm not going to go into like sniper rifles and LMGs because it's not really my cup of tea, that kind of stuff. The shotguns are a small selection again. We've got the Remington 870 MCS, which is a well-known gun. All of them have very similar looking stats. One does stand out for being all mobility and damage and nothing else, and that is the M1216, which is fully automatic, but you have to rechamber every 4 rounds. Then there's the Saiga, and then there's the KSG, which is 2 shotguns we've already really seen, and hopefully they'll perform a little bit differently and be a little bit more interesting. Fuck it, I will go down light machine guns. I might have to make another one where I look through the perks or something. Mark 48 looks powerful, fully automatic. QBB LSW. It's got a front tripod. Apparently it's the highest rate of fire in the light machine guns. The LSAT, I remember that from Ghost Recon Future Soldier, that seems like a cool gun. And the Hammer, which is another gun that looks very similar to a gun we've already used in Modern Warfare 3. So I'm never going to be the biggest LMG fan, but who knows, they could be fun, and I'm sure somebody's going to get a lot of fun out of them. So the sniper rifles, we got the Ballista, so this is one that a lot of no-scoping, 360 sniper fanboy people are going to be using, because you can take the scope off this beast and it looks like a phenom. The stats on it are as a sniper rifle should be. They look devastating. The one below it is a semi-automatic one that I fucking hate. It's the SVU. It's the bloody toilet paper gun. Hate it. Hate everything about it. Then there's a DSR 50, which is bolt action, and I love me some bolt action. And the XPR 50 is the final one, which has got moderate recoil, and it looks like the closest to a 50 cal that we've got here. But once again, I'm not the biggest sniper. I will probably try and get some fun footage with them, maybe in combat trainings, but it's not necessarily my thing. The assault shield is coming. This is basically a riot shield with an ability to plant it so you can shoot through a gap in it, which seems like a cool idea. And then we've got the submachine guns, and the first thing I notice with the submachine guns is there's only 6 of them. And I think there was like 9 on Black Ops, so this is an interesting little question for people. Would you rather have less SMGs, but every single one of them's a winner and worth using, or more SMGs and, not guaranteed to have every gun worth using? Because it's an interesting trade-off. I don't think anybody can argue that on Black Ops some of those SMGs just weren't any good. Like Modern Warfare 3 is a fantastic example. The gun in the kill feed there, that is one of the worst SMGs on the game. If you hipfire with it, it's quite useful, but everything else it's just trash. And compared to things like what I'm using and the P90 and the UMP, it's just not in the same league. And the only people that use it are people looking for a challenge or wanting to get a gameplay with an obtuse gun. But the SMGs are as follows. The MP7 is back, which I could not be happier. A massive fanboy for the MP7, but it's all because of how it looks. I used to hate it. I used to think it looked ridiculous. I was an MP5 guy, but my tastes have gradually fluctuated towards this weapon, and I would use it on Modern Warfare 3 if it was a bad gun. It just so happens that it's actually really good. And on Black Ops 2, it looks like it's going to be high mobility and pretty standard everything else. The one below it, is the Scorpion, which is a gun that I know of from Ghost Recon Future Soldier. This is another high mobility one. It's got the highest fire rate, apparently. Below that is the PDW-57. This is a gun that you will have seen in Battlefield 3. It looks like a cool gun. I can't wait to use it. It's kind of a P90-esque tool, I believe. Increased range and the largest ammo capacity in the class. So it's pretty much the replacement P90. The next one is called a Shicom, or a Shicom CQB, which is a 3-round burst submachine gun with a high cyclic fire rate, which means it fires consecutive bursts faster, which could be a really cool and interesting idea. It's got, surprisingly enough, it doesn't have the best accuracy, but it's got really good mobility. Below that is the SMC. This looks like an Uzi derivative. It looks kind of fucking ugly from this picture. Increased range and reduced recoil, so who knows, maybe it's going to be the all-rounding SMG. Maybe it'll surprise us and be like the MP9 secondary on this game, where it looks kind of pussy-ish, but it turns out to be lethal. But let's have a look. So yeah, stats are pretty standard on that one. The final SMG is the Vector K10. Contains recoil mitigation technology, so I assume this one's going to be the most accurate, but I'm not too sure. I loved the Vector in Modern Warfare 2. It just got outclassed by so many other things in that game because of the tubes and everything that it made it difficult to use for me. And that is the list of the SMGs anyhow. So the only thing left is the launchers and the pistols. I'm not interested in the launchers. I'll do the pistols quickly because we've come to the end of the video just to see what they're like. And the first one is the Cap 40. Oh, I'm really excited to use this gun. It looks fucking stupid, but it could be amazing. Fully automatic pistol, and it has the same recoil mitigation technology that the Vector has. The second one is the TAC 45, high damage at close range. That could be cool. It looks pretty cool. Then there's the B23R, 3-round burst pistol with moderate recoil, so that could be like a Raffica or something of that nature. Then there's the replacement for the Python. It's called an Executioner, double action revolver pistol. Fires 20... Wow, that fires a shotgun shell. Jesus Christ. And its damage and its mobility are amazing, so that could be a cannon in your pocket, that one. And then the final one is the 5.7, which is a pistol that I was only familiar from Splinter Cell Conviction until Modern Warfare 3 used it. And it has a large magazine, versatile and strong. So the pistols look interesting. They look like an improvement over Black Ops, because I wasn't a big fan of the pistols on those. But what I'm going to do, guys, because this has run a little long and I still haven't covered the perks and the score streaks, I'm going to do a one-man versus domination. I think I've got a resistance gameplay from a while back using the FAD. It's nothing special, but I'll just talk about those on that one. So thanks for watching, and you take care now.